Okay, so I have just got done watching the Black Clover movie, Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King, and let me tell you, I really enjoyed it. Now, if you've been keeping up with the Black Clover anime, you know, boy, have we been waiting a long time for this movie, right? And I have been a massive fan of this series, and I get it. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, and it's kind of with this movie. It's not breaking any mold, in my opinion. I just think that it has taken that shonen mold and really put together a fantastic world with fantastic characters. And especially when you watch this movie, man, that budget must have been massive. It looks so much better than the show. But I think one of the biggest things that an anime movie needs to do when it takes a series and puts the title or the format of movie in front of it is the animation. Because if we've been fans for that series, like I've been fans of Black Clover, you know what it looks like. And you know that they have the ability to do really great fight scenes and really good and crisp animation. But unfortunately, sometimes not every scene is immaculate. But in this movie, so in the movie, if you don't know, Conrad, Julius's predecessor, comes back and brings back some more Wizard Kings, and then the Black Bulls asked all the people have to stop them, right? It's a very basic story. And it's a 2-hour-long movie. The first hour, while some really good setup and action, there is one scene. Boy, when you talk about exposition in this one scene, and if you've seen the movie, you know, in the lab with Conrad explaining the sword, but you kind of have to do that because we're introducing new characters, a new weapon, and, he's going to try to destroy the world. So you do kind of need that, but that is the one scene that I will be like, man, he's talking a lot. Exposition. But it does not take away from the fact that when that second hour starts, Act 2 and Act 3 of this movie are nothing but a battle. I am serious. I am pretty sure the final battle sequence is 45 minutes in that movie. Because so many have split, and there's like 3 other Wizard Kings that are having their own battles, while Asta's obviously taking on the main villain and stuff. I was not expecting that. If you would have told me, I've been waiting for this movie, because again, it's been pushed back. If you would have told me that this movie would be so much action, and you have these people battling these people over here, and then it cuts to this battle that's happening over here, and then it cuts to Asta in this battle, and it's just like, they're just battling, man, it's 45 minutes minimum of just fighting. And I get it, right? If you're coming to this Black Clover movie and you're expecting some deep character moment, I mean, you've seen these characters for like 100 episodes at this point, right? So you know their personalities, and all of the characters have their personalities. Now, I will say some of the Black Bulls get pushed to the side. I will give you that. Obviously, it becomes the Asta Yuno show, as pretty much a lot of the episodes have come to be known as well, to be honest. And either you like that or you don't like that about Black Clover. But to me, I don't hold it against it, because if you've been watching the anime up until this point, you kind of know those are the 2 characters that you're following. And it was kind of so exciting to see a little bit of budget, and that animation and those fight scenes were awesome. But truthfully, I think you have to come to shonen for the battle. It's a battle shonen, and one of the best ways to separate that anime movie from the anime series is the animation of the fight scenes. And I think with Sword of the Wizard King, I think it knocks it out of the park. My third thing that I really need to talk about with this movie is, do I feel like it needed to be a movie? Because when you're watching an anime movie and you're like, honestly, man, this feels like an extended 2 episodes. Like they smashed 2 episodes together and gave it a little bit bigger budget. And here we are. Look at this. It's a movie. Hey, I'm not saying any names, but you know the ones I'm talking about. I believe that it earns being a movie because it honestly feels like a small mini arc. I think it introduces that villain and deals with that whole story in the 2-hour period. And that's really all I can ask for in this movie. I believe that it does earn it, and it does feel like a movie experience and not an extended episode, because I do believe there is an Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. I believe it is a full story. It encompasses the entire story, and I think it did a very smart move without spoiling anything. It gives Asta... Boy, how do I not spoil this? The stuff that happens at the end of it, if you've seen it, watch it, come back to this video and comment and be like, oh, I see what you're saying now. The stuff that happens at the end is already explained away, so they really don't have to mention it in the series. Because again, I am not sure when exactly this takes place. I believe it is after season 4, but Yami's there. If you've been watching the series, they never got Yami back, right? It's Asta making a deal with Lieb, and that was kind of the end of Black Clover. Somehow he's back. So that's why it kind of confuses me exactly where this takes place. If you do know, again, let me know in the comments. Thank you. You're the best. Hey, you right there. Boom. You are the best. But I think that it earns the title because it doesn't feel like an extended episode. It does feel like an all-encompassing story that has a beginning, middle, and end, and it answers all these questions while obviously giving you that upgrade quality in animation while also giving you a full encompassing story. And honestly, while I think that I would have loved to see more of the Black Bulls, man, the stuff that they gave you, I'm telling you, like that first hour, I was like, oh yeah, cool, neat, like really, all right, yeah. But then that second half of that movie, hour 2, is so incredibly fun, I believe, if you are a Black Clover fan. I don't think if you have never seen Black Clover before, ever, this is a good jumping off point. Don't do it. But if you've been keeping up with the series, I think you will have a fantastic time with this movie. I was so incredibly surprised and happy with how it turned out. Because again, we've been waiting for this movie forever, it feels like. Honestly, it got pushed back, got delayed, and I am just so excited for it to be out right now. I really love this series. Like I said, I don't think it's trying to do anything groundbreaking in the shonen atmosphere, but I think what it is doing is perfecting and doing that formula to the best of I've seen it in recent anime memory. And the last thing that I really thought that it pulled off super well was the pacing. I honestly feel like there was not a lot of slow moments. Again, I've already talked about there is kind of one info dumpy part, but it really moved. And then it just kind of said, no, we did our thing. We did this big battle action sequence and later. But listen to me right now. When the credits roll, if you pause it on Netflix, you'll see it says 7 minutes. Keep it going. There's a little scene at the end that's really fun. But yeah, if you watch the movie, let's talk in the comments down below because I'm just so excited that it's here, and in my opinion, it turned out really, really great. And as always, I hope if you're having a bad day, it becomes better. If you're having a good day, it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.